Go on, lad. What's poppin'? What's poppin', yo? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at Gwon. Gwon. I don't know what it's called. And that's a fucking terrible accent of Liverpool, I'm gonna be honest. I'm doing a fucking terrible accent, but I'm trying my best. I'm pretty sure I've gone Scottish. I fucked up, and I'm sorry. I'm not good at accents, I do apologise, and I'm not going to make you suffer through any more of that, but what's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another series review. We haven't done one of these in a solid minute, but today we're taking a look at a new show on ITVX called Gwon, and I do quite often like to go on ITVX and just see what it has to offer. We did watch Joan recently on the channel, which is also an ITVX exclusive series, and I saw this one on TikTok. I saw the cast doing the sort of police challenge. I thought it was funny, and then I saw it was actually for a series, and I was actually quite shocked, so I decided to put it on and watch it. This series does only have 7 episodes at half an hour each, so it's like 2.5 hours, I do believe, for this entire series, which is pretty cool. But it is a sitcom, and it came out 2024. It has a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb. You can watch it on ITVX and Amazon Prime. And it is a comedy drama series. Reese wants revenge on a bus driver who he blames for sabotaging his football career. And Amy accompanies her dad, Wayne, to a Pippa sing. I think that's just the one episode overview for season 2, because I'm gonna be honest, that does not happen in the series. That is not accurate at all. So how the story actually goes is it's a pretty nice opener, with the series starting off to a pretty reasonable start and sort of sets the tone of the show, with our main character Reese waking up late, having a little bit of an argument with his mum, missing the bus, meeting the new kid across the road, and then chatting up to a girl, getting a donut, missing the bus, acting like the cool badass kid, then getting instantly expelled from school. Then he decides, you know what, I'm gonna keep in school and I'm gonna mentor this kid till Friday, and it'll keep my spot. It looks like a pretty reasonable sort of school show, a school drama at this point, but then everything just goes out the fucking window. Absolutely every plot point goes out the window. This kid and him fall out all the time, but they make up in the next scene. It's just so fucking weird. Like, we literally have him take a shit in his room. Reese takes a shit in the new kid's room, and they forgive each other literally next scene, because his mum died, and like the new kid's mum died, and he's moved in with his gran, and that's why he's staying there. And Reese and him become friends pretty quickly, and they stick up for each other by sort of stopping each other from being bullied in class, by helping each other out outside of school and inside of school, and then they fall out over the stupidest of things, and then instantly in the next scene they make up. So they make conflict just for it to be resolved again, and it is very shitty fake drama. The most that he's ever done is take a shit inside his room, and that's fucking wild. That is like fucking crazy behavior. But continuing on to like episode 2 and 3, I'm gonna be honest, I can't even tell you what the main focal point of those 2 episodes were, because I genuinely don't remember. There is no overarching story here. It is just random shit that goes on. We have Reese's cousin coming to stay for a little bit, which doesn't get explained why, and then he disappears again without any other fucking word. He doesn't even say goodbye. He just leaves. He just disappears and vanishes. He stole the dude's ring, his friend's ring, alright? And then he's like, okay, I've stole the ring, I bought myself some new trackies and some new jackets, fuck you, I've got $250 left from the ring. And then Reese is trying to get the money back, and he doesn't, and then the ring doesn't get back, and then his mate just forgives him like that because it wasn't his fault. But it's like, these conflicts are being made, these drama points are being made, and if they're actually explored, they could make for a good show. It's like the show doesn't know what it's trying to be, and is just creating conflict for the sake of conflict. We do have the 2 girls in the series have love interests with the 6th form kid, which I think is really fucking weird. He looks a whole lot older than the rest of them, which I think is really fucking weird. And sticking on this topic of ages and stuff being weird, we have two kids on a stage. Dry humping. Why the fuck is that in this series? Why the fuck is that a thing? And not only do they do that, the kid on the bottom looks incredibly uncomfortable, and the teacher doesn't even stop it. The teacher doesn't say anything about it, and it goes on for like 2 fucking minutes. It was a very uncomfortable scene, and I didn't fucking understand what that was supposed to do or what that was supposed to achieve, other than a couple of cheap laughs and a couple of like gags, you know? I don't know what that was supposed to achieve. I didn't find it funny. I found it incredibly weird that like was happening, especially with these like cast of characters, because I tried to look up their age on Google, and there is nothing about these guys. I tried to look up this series on Google. There is nothing about these people. There is nothing about these actors, actresses online at all. They're like fucking ghosts. So I don't know how old they are in this series, but it is incredibly weird because they keep talking about like shagging, and you know what, fair enough, I've been in school, I've been their age, and you know what, fair enough, some of the shit they talk about, we do actually talk about, and they do sort of, you know, we swear, and I say we like I'm still a child, I'm not, but when I was their age, I'm sort of thinking back to that time, and that's why I'm using the royal we. But, you know, I used to swear with my mates back then, we used to talk about, like, sex and shit, not as often as these guys make out that it's happening, but we do still talk about it, and they do take on some very stereotypical tropes of one friend is obsessed with another friend's mum, and that's all he has going for him, and that's it. He's just there to talk about shagging his friend's mum. That's his entire personality, that's his entire plot point. Fair enough, it was funny to begin with, but the more he kept coming up, that was all he was. He was a stupid idiot friend who didn't really understand anything and just wanted to fuck his mate's mum, and that gets boring after a while. We have another one who has a boyfriend in the friend group, and he gets cheated on, and then 2 scenes later, he's already like traumatizing the guy that cheated on him, and then dumping him and saying, I don't want to be with you anyway. It's like, these conflicts get made to be instantly solved. Their only good plot point is that one of their dads has, I do believe it's some form of cancer, and that is what gets the most emotion. That's what gets the most story-driven effect, because it causes more drama, but that's all towards the end of the season, where we have the nerd guy missing an appointment with the girl that he likes because he's helping his mate find their dad, so that creates conflict between the characters. We have her sort of helping her dad, taking time off school, missing her show, missing her play, missing time off school, and sort of ruining her relationship with her friends whilst helping her dad. That is the thing that lasts the longest and has the overarching thing in the show. Everything else doesn't last more than 10 seconds, 10 minutes. It doesn't give any scenes or any moments time to stew, any time for the audience to sort of get like familiar with these situations and sort of understand what's happening before it's resolved. It doesn't let the drama build up. It's like drama instantly happens and then is instantly solved. There is absolutely nothing in this series that provides any substance. There was a couple of cheap gags and some cheap jokes, which I did find funny, and most of that like comedic points was from the accent. I did enjoy it because of their accents. I thought that was funny. I like their Scouse accent. I think it works. I think it's Liverpool, Scouse, whatever. I don't fucking know, okay? Yes, I am British. I'm from the north. I'm like Yorkshire. So my geography is shit as well, so I have no fucking idea where anything is other than like London, like Wales and Manchester. That's like my limit of like geography here in the UK. So I don't fucking know, okay? But that's what made some of the jokes funny, and that's really all the series has. It's got a few sort of funny moments to it, quite a few awkward moments as well. They reference TikTok quite a lot, and they have quite a few popular songs from TikTok, which is like a little bit odd. Like, I don't know how this show managed to afford those songs. However, those songs do appear in Hollyoaks and stuff like that, so I don't imagine the royalties being too expensive for these songs. And like, I just wish some of these plot points had a little bit more depth to them, because they could actually go pretty well and they could actually do something interesting with them. Like, we have Mo being one of the main characters pretending to be like Muslim to get with a girl, And there's no repercussion, there's no consequence to his action. He just doesn't get the girl, and then he continues on with his life. That is it. We have a whole episode of him pretending to be Muslim to this one girl so he can get with her, and then that's it. That's it. We never speak with this girl again. We never see Mo talk to her again. And that's all Mo really does for the series. That's his one shining moment. He shows up in a couple of episodes in the background to sort of cheer on his mates, but other than that, that's it. That's him done. He's not there anymore. So it all feels like his three mates are just like there to have one scene, one push forward, and that's it. They're done. That's it. That's their story relevance done. They're only there for their one purpose, which they accomplish very quickly. They don't learn anything from it, and they just move on to the next thing. It's rushing you through all these moments where I feel like we could have taken them further. There is no sort of focus on story A of every episode. There's no focus on story B on any of the episodes. It is just a quick rush through, and every episode is like a completely random thing. I don't expect every series to be a serialized series, but again, this just feels like a cartoon with every episode is following a different thing with very little continuity between it, and they're rating dicks and guessing whose dick is whose in the opening scene of the first episode when it gets to the girls, and that's fucking bizarre. Why are we sort of guessing whose dick is whose? Fair enough, they do make some points. Boys are fucking stupid. But what the fuck? I just thought that was incredibly strange. I'm not a girl. I don't know what girls do in their free time, but that seems strange to me. I'm gonna be honest. Overall, I did get a couple of cheap laughs out of this series, and I'm glad that it was short because I didn't really gain anything from it. It's a solid 3 out of 10 in my opinion.